Okay, there is a gap.
You're crazy.
So we have to be delusional. Naive, it's not enough.
Meet Daniel Stoica, a passionate entrepreneur who is challenging LinkedIn. After navigating pros and cons of entrepreneurship in Eastern Europe, he is now based in Luxembourg, where he is building the next generation of AI products. No easy task.
I don't read books.
And suddenly you needed somehow to feed yourself.
The more spoiled Western Hemisphere.
It's time for us in the European Union to challenge the big US tech corporations.
Daniel, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Good to have you.
Yeah. You have experience of creating startups in Romania, but also in Luxembourg. Could you tell us what surprised you most in positive and in negative way?
Well, there are huge differences between Romania 2010, when I started being an entrepreneur there, and Romania 2026.
Of course.
In 2010, not even the laws were fully in place, so you could start a business without setting up any kind of enterprise, and that was considered fine back then. 2012, things started to change, so we could become independent entrepreneurs, and that was great. We could pay taxes, and there was an easy way to do business. Then we also started paying healthcare and pension later on, so that gave us more security.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, in 2015, I stopped the business. It was doing pretty well. It was in IT. The problem was that I couldn't scale it. I could make a good amount of money, but when I was trying to grow, I would have blockers. In the sense that corruption and the expectations of the people that were working for my clients were not aligned with my values. So I just decided I have to stop, and I can just be an employee. And that's also when I started working for foreign companies. My first job afterwards was with an Italian company, which was called Untitled. And in 2015, they were building meeting application, just like Zoom. And we tried to sell it, but didn't really work. So that was my first example of being early to market. I was trying to push the fact, because I was in direct contact with the clients. So I knew they're not willing to pay 10,000 euros for an application, because they would use Skype for free, or they would just pay for Skype, and it was not that expensive. So I would tell to my manager and to the owner of the company, every time I would get the chance to speak to him, we need to make it available for everyone, because people will use it. You will get 1 million users, you will get 10 million users, and then you can start selling it. You don't need to make money immediately. Just give it some time, because the adoption will come. We had a mobile app, iOS and Android. We had a web application, so everything was ready. But he just rejected, and after 3 months, I said, look, I don't think it's going to work.
With the prep call we have had, you have also mentioned, apart from your early chapters in tech and recruiting, you did also things where I'm curious in how far they have formed your journey. Your journey. You also worked as a border police officer, when I'm not mistaken. You have seen everything: the fall of communism, the very first signs of growth.
Very diversified experiences before coming.
So that's of course something. So the very roots that have led to all those following experiences you have just mentioned.
1989, everything changed. We went from a country that was run by a dictator with a very strong iron hand to a country that was free. So everything was possible. So then people started going into entrepreneurship, bringing goods from Turkey and from Western Europe, traveling. Many Romanians left that country. It's still the biggest amount of people to leave a country that doesn't have any kind of conflict. It's around between 5 and 10 million people.
Wow.
Yeah. And now we can consider that the total population of the country right now, it's around 18 million. So it's 33% of the total amount of Romanians. And the country is doing much, much better now. So it's a totally different environment. And I saw the 90s. I was still a young child, but I could see how everyone was trying to do a business. Even my parents wanted to open a shop, open something, do some kind of business.
But there were a reason for that, right? Because before that, everyone was working in some
Everyone was-
stable situation.
State-owned companies.
State-owned company, and then they didn't exist anymore, and suddenly you needed somehow to feed yourself, right? So it was
Yes.
okay. It was opportunities, but also it was a need, right, to feed your family.
Yes.
So I was born in Germany. You have been born in Ukraine, and what always strikes me, especially also Luxembourg, you meet so many, because Luxembourg is a hodgepodge of cultures, a melting pot, so to say. And what strikes me is that this entrepreneurial impulse of first generation or almost second generation entrepreneurs is much more intense in Central Eastern, Southeastern Europe than, for example, in the Western European economies, where everything was already present. The biggest car brands, whatever, was already there. So is this impulse and this thirst for doing better than the parent and grandparent generation more developed than maybe for the more spoiled Western Hemisphere?
Probably yes. And it's desire. The desire to drive a Mercedes or a Porsche, the desire to travel to Austria, to see the mountains, to travel to Greece, which was impossible. I'm not even talking about going outside of Europe, which many Romanians will never do it. My parents, they visited a few countries around Europe, but they don't have the wish to travel too much because it was just not something that they are used to. This desire to do things, of course, also expanded to business. So for me, even from when I was 17, 18 years old, I was thinking, what kind of business can I do? So then I just looked around and what is there? What are the possibilities? And Romania was entering the European Union 2006. So the border police was looking to hire people very fast because we didn't have enough border police officers. So I could go to school and get paid at the same time. And I just said, okay, I need to be able to earn money fast so I can support my studies and have a better quality of life. So I just went to school for 3 months, and then I did 3 months of practice, 3 months school, 3 months practice, and again 3 more months. And then 2007, I already had a very good and well-paid job for the government, and I could continue my studies. So I was finishing my first bachelor, and I started my second bachelor and my master's degree with the Polytechnic University. And being in the university with my colleagues, we realized that there is a huge need in the IT world. So we just started doing business, and clients, they were just pouring with the requests because the country was also being digitalized at the same time, which is still ongoing today.
But what about entrepreneurial spirit? If you compare what has been in Romania and, for example, now you live in Luxembourg, in Western Europe, what do you think about that, about the differences?
There is more desire in the young people, they have more desire to do business in Romania. You want to do better. So you want to be able to earn more money. You want to get more exposure for yourself. And in Luxembourg, you have many options. You can go and work for the government. You can work for a private Luxembourgish company where maybe they need you to speak the language, and you can work for the banks. You have many options. You have these options in Romania, but it's not well paid. If you are a professor in Luxembourg, you most likely earn 8 to 10 times more money than in Romania. So this
8 to 10 times.
Yes.
All right, that's quite something.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Wow.
Yeah. Luxembourg is number 1 in the world in terms of education investments. Second is Norway. Huge gap between these two countries, first and second place. Romania is the last one in the EU. So you will only become a professor, a teacher, if you have a lot of passion for the job. You will not do it because it's well paid.
For money, right?
Yes.
Right.
And you will not do it for the infrastructure because there is a lot to improve. Here you have the infrastructure. You have an excellent salary. So it's a pleasure to do the job. And even if you don't have the passion, you might still go for it for these other reasons.
But just coming back to the comment of Torsten, so probably here in Luxembourg, just in Western Europe, people are less prone to take risks because everything is there, right? They're convenient, probably, more or less. And in Eastern Europe, you need to build your life, your prosperity on your own. And you need to do more to do that.
Yes, and that's why I'm here now, because I came to Luxembourg and I said, okay, there is a gap. Let's do some business. I went to Lux Innovation and I said, guys, we need to create a competitor for LinkedIn Recruiter. And then they just said, okay, go for it. But I don't speak French. I don't speak German. They said, we don't care. Just do it.
That's a very nice statement. And what strikes me the most is that you have, meanwhile, 50 people on your payroll.
We have 25 on the payroll in Luxembourg. And 25 abroad, yeah.
Yeah, which is amazing. So it's just in case no one told you, apart from Lux Innovation, a very warm welcome to the country for building the economy.
That was my plan from the beginning, because I was thinking, what does the country needs? It needs more highly qualified specialists. So all the people that we hire from abroad, we eventually try to relocate them to Luxembourg, and then we can hire more people from abroad, and the business grows. The government is happy. We have we had so far more than 15 clients, most of them from abroad. So we can also bring revenue to the country. So that was very important, to show that I'm not here to do business only with the Luxembourgish companies, which everyone was trying to approach. So I just went to see what's available in Romania, in Poland, Germany, Italy. So I discovered, there is a lot of banking in Milano. So let's offer them some
smart
consulting. There is a lot of manufacturing in Germany. Why not signing some clients from Germany? A lot of consulting in Belgium and the UK. The UAE also needs support. So we signed clients in more than 10 countries.
Wow. And in how much time?
2 years.
In 2 years. Wow.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Daniel, you are building a recruiting automation software, and you're trying to challenge LinkedIn, right? It's a very ambitious goal. Do you like ambitious goals?
Yes, I love it. And we are definitely challenging LinkedIn, because I get asked, you cannot be a competitor. Why do you think you can do it? Well, that's the only reason why I'm doing this. I wouldn't do it without having this kind of ambition. And my colleagues, they wouldn't work with me if we wouldn't have this ambition. So it's time for us in the European Union to challenge the big US tech corporations. And if we are going to be successful or not, we will see. But somebody has to start doing this. And I've seen also other very ambitious companies at the House of Startups. And one of us will definitely achieve the goal.
It's this new momentum, this new zeitgeist to set tone against those tech giants in the US. And of course, you're perfectly riding the right wave.
Yes.
With the strong support of the French president that
Yes.
mentioned for sure to hold something against the US dominance.
Yes, yes. And in the end, it's not about being better than the US. It's about building technology here in Luxembourg, in Germany, in France. If we are better, that's fine. If we are not better, that's still fine. But we have to do it. And I think that we will be better because we have the academic research support, which is stronger than anywhere else in the world. We have also access to supercomputers that will help us train AI models. So everything that they do in the US, we can do it here.
But why we didn't manage
It's
up today to do that?
lack of ambition.
Lack of ambition.
Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and lack of ambition, and also a very careful way of investing money. But now the government of Luxembourg and the French president and also Germany, they are giving very strong signals, especially after the Mario Draghi declaration last year. We have to do it. We have to invest. It's not a question if we are going to lose some money or not. It doesn't really matter. We have to lose a lot of money in order to create huge successful companies. And for me, I started in 2019. Even before the pandemic, I was using LinkedIn and I was so frustrated as a recruiter, frustrating other people, candidates. I was messaging 1,000 people every week, at least 1,000, like 200 a day. And most of them would tell me, look, I'm not looking for a job. Why do you message me? I'm here for the social media. So then I realized, okay, LinkedIn is making $9 billion out of recruitment and only $1 billion out of marketing. It doesn't make any sense. So then I took a piece of paper and I sketched how a recruitment platform should look like. Because LinkedIn was never made for recruitment. It's just normal when you gather talented people on a platform, other people will try to recruit them.
I love the wording. So you built an AI-empowered company based on a blank sheet of paper with a pen. So, which is deeply rooted in hopefully in natural intelligence. I love that story so much.
Yes, yes. I think I still have.
So you didn't just ask.
Showed the scale of ambition.
Yes, exactly right.
And that's our homepage today in Skillbourg. We kept the same style, the same design. And then 2022, I started the company here in Luxembourg. And the discussions that I was hearing was, you cannot compete with Microsoft. And I said, no, I can do it because it's Microsoft. If it was a smaller company, I wouldn't be so confident. But they cannot innovate. They will innovate, but in other fields, not in recruitment. LinkedIn will become a social media company and they will do 100 billion out of social media marketing. And today they do less than 5 billion out of the platforms, mainly recruitment, LinkedIn Recruiter, and they do more than 5 billion out of social media marketing. So the shift already happened. The CEO of LinkedIn said it in 2024, and I was so ecstatic when I heard it. He said, we're not a platform company, we are a social media company from now on. And we did a huge mistake 23 years ago when Facebook decided to do social media and we decided to do platforms. Yeah, and then it was just natural that they will not invest in that anymore. They have some AI assistants, agents, but it's clear that their main goal is to do social media. So then now we still do recruitment. We still have to rely on LinkedIn. It's still very difficult. And My colleagues are telling me this every single day. It's so frustrating. I cannot wait for our platform to be ready to have a better option. We are building an AI model for recruitment. We are building the benchmark for recruiting with AI models. So we can tell every single company what is the best AI model in the world that you can use for recruitment purposes. And we are building a platform which will integrate more than 100 agents and AI assistants that will assist you in doing recruitment. And we don't care if you stay on the platform 1 minute, 10 minutes, or 1 hour. Our goal is that you as a recruiter or you as a candidate, you can come onto the platform, achieve your objective, and go out. So that's the difference. LinkedIn, they want to keep us on the platform. So for me as a recruiter, it will end up into wasting my time because their metrics are about how much time did I spend.
Yeah.
For me, I want to give efficiency to my clients and to the candidates. So it would be great if they could come 1 minute, press apply. The recruiter on the other side will receive your profile. They will say, okay, perfect candidate, send an offer, start the job, and then come back when you need your next.
Like magic.
Yeah, you need your next employee, come back, 10 minutes.
So it's AI-empowered recruitment of traditional recruitment firms, not just something that eradicates an entire industry. So it empowers an entire industry.
Yes, exactly. So it's just making...
Which comes as a relief for some firms in Luxembourg.
Yes. It makes lives much more easier. Because if you are, it doesn't matter if you are a CEO, CFO, CTO, hiring manager, project manager, you have to do recruitment. So it means that you will spend a lot of time recruiting people. You could spend that time doing other activities, improving your product, doing sales, doing finances, whatever your job is. And then the recruiters, they should be able to send to their hiring managers the most suitable candidates. Today, it's especially in the IT where you have so many different jobs, it's difficult to assess unless you have that experience. So if you as a recruiter never worked as an IT professional, it's difficult to decide. So it's first of all, it's not fair towards the candidates. And second, you send 5 people, maybe the best candidate is not there. And then the hiring manager will have to interview each of them, come back to you and tell you, unfortunately, nobody is a fit. Send me the next 5 people. Yes, that's how it works. You get hundreds of applications, especially today. And we have a ranking, scoring, matching assistant, which will be able to tell you what candidate has the best skills for that job. We don't assess, we don't judge on anything else but professional level.
But just coming back to the topic, sorry,
All good.
the topic of AI, there are a lot of critiques now to the recruiting software based on AI. Today, what do you think about that? It's been criticized for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, for a good reason. And according to the AI Act, it's high risk. So that's our regulation. And HR, it's high risk because it can influence, AI can influence your decision. And you don't want any kind of discrimination. That's unacceptable. So you cannot decide based on religion or the place where the person was born, or sex or color. You have to only decide on
your merits,
and on achievements, on the professional life that that person has had. So for us, this is what we are assessing. Of course, you can still assess cultural fit, but it's not the culture of the person, but the culture of the company. Because for me, some companies will be a great fit. Some companies really don't align with my personal values. There is no right and wrong. It's just that I want to work for a certain type of company, and then I can let the AI know what I'm looking for, and then the suggestions will come for companies which align with me.
True. You know, one of our previous guests, Marco Howen, do you know him, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He said that entrepreneurs are eternally naive people because you cannot discourage them. What do you think about that?
Yes, I like him a lot. Now I like him more because of that. Yes, of course.
We also had a great laugh on that part.
Yes, we have to be delusional. Naive, it's not enough. Naive, it's mandatory. Delusional is it's better. You have to believe things which are impossible to achieve, and it's important for you to go to your friends, your family, and even to people that you don't know. And if they tell you that you're crazy, you know you're onto the right path. So please continue.
So startups listen carefully now.
Yes, be crazy. Go for it. And if you don't do it, so what? Just try, see what happens, and then you can pivot. You can change. You can address the problems later. But if you don't try it, if you don't do it, if you don't even think about that crazy idea, it will never happen. So that's innovation in the end. Doing something that nobody tried before.
Did you have this experience of talking to your family and friends and who said you're crazy? Is what you want to do?
I think I did.
Well, lots of great ideas, I think, were killed quite at the onset because of some well-intended casual advice.
Yes, I mean, the advice was, what? You want to start a business? Go get a job.
Yes, exactly. Thank you very much.
You will go bankrupt. You will have no money. You will not be able to pay your debt. And I've said, look, I'm going to make much more money out of this business than out of the job that I can. That was back in 2010 in Romania. And that's what I did. And yeah, it worked well. So financially, it was not exceptional, but it was better than the job. So it was enough for me to know that it's the right direction.
But did you have also entrepreneurs around you with whom you could exchange your experience back then at the start?
Yes.
Like this supportive community, something like that.
I think mentors, they play a huge role in our lives. And my mentors, the people that I look up to are people that I know. I never looked at somebody I don't know, celebrity, saying, oh, I really love to being like that guy. I don't know that person. I don't know what's behind the image. So I had the right people to support me. When I was in the border police working, my manager back then would tell me, do you speak English? And I would say, yes, of course. And then he would say, you have an accent, go to Cambridge and do a course. So I just did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew there's more behind the border police check.
He said, I don't think your future will be here. Go and do a master's degree. I just did it. I didn't ask questions because he had 7 different degrees.
7 degrees?
Yeah. So I said, if you have 7 and you are my boss, you must know things better than me. So I went to the Cambridge Institute in Romania. I did my advanced English course. So I improved my English. I had the best English that a person can have in Romania back then. And that made a difference when I got my job with the US, because you couldn't go with a heavy Romanian accent because you had to talk with the candidates. So that was important.
And in entrepreneurship, did you have role models?
Yes. And that was education. And then another manager and the owner of the media company taught me everything about sales. So I learned how to sell and how important sales is. Because that's it. It's sales. Nothing else matters. The product is second. If you can sell your product, good, bad, as long as you can make a revenue, it's good. So everyone can judge it. You can have different opinions. If 99% will say it's a bad product, but the 1% will buy it, still amazing. So that's what I learned. And then
What was his advice? Like, if you still have it in your head about sales.
it was ABC, always be closing.
Always.
100% affirmation.
Yes. So that's what I learned from him. I translated this into make the most out of everything that you do. So if you meet somebody, try to understand if there is a connection for business. And if there is, do it, go for it. And that's how I developed the company here, because I didn't know anyone. I moved to Luxembourg. I was just alone going to events. So then every single person that I've met, I was trying to close that person on my ideas, and then trying to set up a second meeting so we can explore more. And that was the best advice for business.
Very good.
Yeah. Could you share with us your major flop or flops?
Yes, I have a big one. So I started the company in 2022 in June, and I was investing as everybody was doing back then, and I think many people do in all sorts of shares, cryptocurrency. Then I discovered natural gas, which is amazing, the most volatile market, more volatile than cryptocurrencies. And I became really good at it. I was the top natural gas trader on eToro, 30 million people.
Wow.
And what I didn't realize is that I have a business now. I could invest that money into the business and focus only onto the business. So that was a mistake. For 1 year and a half, I was splitting myself between I was a popular investor on this platform, eToro. I was meeting the CEO, and he would invite us in Abu Dhabi. So it was a nice way of, you make a bit of money and then you have a nice activity. But it's distracting you from the objective. So then in 2024, I went to Fit for Start, and they rejected me. And I realized, yeah, of course, because I'm not prepared. I'm wasting my time checking the natural gas prices instead of focus on the business.
You're the second trader, by the way, in all those episodes. We had another one, Laurent Scherrer was also a trader.
I just stopped. I sold everything. I closed everything, no matter if it was on a loss. I took some big losses. I made some good profits. I invested everything that I had into the business. And it took me a year and a half to realize it. And in the end,
you just needed to concentrate more, right?
Yeah. So in the end, it was good that I understood it. But it's basically 1.5 years where my focus was not on the business. It was split.
Do you have some favorite books on entrepreneurship?
No.
No.
No, I'm actually, I have this very specific thing. I don't read books. I never read books.
Really?
Yeah, I only read 2 books in my life.
Which one?
It's one on management.
The Bible, maybe.
I started many books, including the Bible.
And then
Never finished.
Including Tolstoy, and I tried everything.
War and Peace.
Yes.
That's a
I
big
did it
one.
when I was 20.
sounds like entrepreneurship.
But I realized that I don't like reading the story behind it. I just want the
end.
clear punchlines, and I just stopped. So I like to read anything about everything. But I can read a research paper, 20, 50 pages. I can read a business plan, but not a full book, which talks only about one subject. And yeah, I would say I don't have a favorite.
I think I have a similar trait, I must say. Maybe more than 2 books in my life, I must admit, but also
That's amazing.
I'm not in competition with you about that one, but I'm also very much inspired through, of course, also just people in this ecosystem, because I met you at the Loft, the Luxembourg House of Financial Technology. I'm inspired by 25-year-old startups, as I'm fascinated and inspired by, even awe-inspired by, last year with an 81-year-old superpreneur from my perspective. So I have much more to extract from that than just plain books.
Yes. I think books are amazing. My older son, he read more than 250 books, and he's 11.
Wow.
He loves reading. So I think some people are made for this. Some people are not. And the reality is that now you can get your information easily. It was all my life, it was like that. I had the computer when I was 9. So I was just, back then you had to know the website to put in the exact address. So I was buying magazines and books that would tell me what websites to visit. So I was getting my information about the world from the internet, and that's how I do it now.
Cool.
And does your son, is he thinking about becoming an entrepreneur?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yes. I think he sees me and he likes it. But he wants to be a scientist. He wants to do robotics. So I don't know if he will go into entrepreneurship or if he will join an established company. For me, I'm just trying to inspire him and let him choose whatever he likes. And I know that it's easy as a parent to tell your children, read a book. I've never told him. I just said, do you want to buy a book? Yes. And then he discovered this passion. So that's why he likes it. I think it will be the same with the job that he will do. I have 2 boys. They have to discover what they want to do. And if they need a bit of support in understanding how the world works, I can do that, but not push them into a certain direction.
And we ask every guest, and you too, of course, what are the 3 main lessons you learned in your life?
I think it's very important to be honest with yourself and always understand what you can do at a certain stage. And then the second would be trust the process and be confident that you will find your way if you are honest with yourself. And then the third is, don't think that any dream is too big for you, because there is no big dreams. Is something that you can believe in, you can try to do it, and if it works, it's amazing. If not, you move to the next one. That's how I see it, and that's the values that I try to apply for myself.
Cool.
So it's like dream big.
Yeah, dream big, but don't think that the dream is too big. Try to achieve as much as possible, and don't block yourself into believing that you cannot do it.
Great. I don't have any questions.
Me neither. Thank you so much for the conversation.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. If you liked our conversation, please subscribe, then the algorithm will know that our conversation were interesting and it will show you to more and more people.